Hall. This is our first ever concert at the Music Hall, and we are so grateful that you all braved the awful rain to get here. So thank you so much for being here. My name is Rhonda Buckley, and I am the Executive Director of the Community Music School, Detroit. And it's a great honor to get to work with the dedicated students that you will hear perform tonight. We're just so delighted at the music that is being made by people of all ages and incomes and abilities at the Community Music School. You'll hear a little bit about the various programs that we offer throughout the evening. And starting with early childhood music and music therapy services, and the New Horizons Band, which you're going to hear tonight, and the AMP Aspiring Musicians program, which you'll hear about, and then our jazz program that meets on Wednesday nights. So we're delighted to have a little sampling of the many things that our very talented Detroiters are doing, and we hope you enjoy it very much. We have some wonderful sponsors. We have been supported by many, many individuals and some of our great corporations and foundations in Detroit, like the Irv Family Foundation and the PNC Bank. So we would like to thank all of those who support making music possible for all of our community. So now it seems like it's an appropriate time to begin this journey with some individuals who are just beginning their musical journey. And to introduce them, I'm going to introduce you to Ch1 Lockhart, who is one of our students from Michigan State University. He's a jazz studies major. He is very talented as a performer, but also as a teacher. And he teaches our trumpet students at CMS-Detroit on Saturday mornings as part of our Aspiring Musicians program. So he's a student, but he's also a teacher, and we're extremely proud of him. So here is Ch1 Lockhart.
How many parents do we have in the audience? Raise your hand. All right. We're going to talk about birds. I was just driving down from East Lansing to come here, and I was thinking about what to talk about. And birds came to mind. Like, why birds? Well, we know that there's a mommy bird, and then there's a daddy bird, and then a mommy bird lays an egg, and then a little baby bird that hatches, and the bird starts to flap its wings, right? And the mommy bird encourages the bird to flap its wings, and then the mommy bird and the daddy bird, they go get food, right? But then some birds, as I saw Animal Planet, I watched Animal Planet, some birds put a rock in the nest. Put a rock in the nest. So the baby bird looks around and wonder, what's going on with this rock in the nest? Why is there a rock in the nest? This is my home. Well, to me, I look to that as that's a foundation, that's a rock to push that bird to get outside of the house, get outside of the nest to succeed, right? Because ultimately, as parents, we want our children to succeed in life in whatever they choose to do. And that's exactly what my parents have done for me through music. At the age of 5, I started off playing the violin, the Suzuki method, and my parents, every Saturday, they took me to music lessons, 9 o'clock in the morning. They didn't want to, they made themselves do it. At the around the age of 10, I was asleep. And my parents went out. I think they went out, because I checked in the room, they weren't there. And I went back to my room, it was about 11 o'clock at night, and I heard a jazz band playing. Someone was having a house party. And this beautiful trumpet sound just touched me right here, just hit me. And so there was a trumpet under my bed that my older brother used to play, and I pulled it out, I started playing. This is around 11 o'clock at night, and I have 2 little brothers, I'm pretty sure I woke them up. And so I put it away, and the next day I decided I wanted to play trumpet. So I told my dad, I told my mom, I said, I want to play trumpet. I want to play trumpet. So about 2 weeks later, they got the message. They said, well, wait a minute. You're already taking violin lessons. Now you want to play trumpet. We can't just switch programs like this. But they did it. From there, I was able to join programs throughout Detroit and have a mentorship with trumpeter Chris Johnson, trumpeter Bill Lucas, and trumpeter Percy Bates, who are all in the Detroit area. So I'm going to talk about what that has done for me. Now we all know that when kids grow up, they have school, they have these things that they have to do. But then there's this free time. And this free time can be productive or it can be unproductive. And we all know what happens when children, they sit in front of the TV, they don't have anything to do, or they don't have a role model to look up to. Me as a teacher, as an amp instructor at the MSU Community Music School here in Detroit, I not only teach, but I'm also a mentor. I also inspire, also push. So that's what the AMP program is all about. We're about providing a musical experience by mentorship and enriching kids' lives through music. So thank you, and I'm glad that you guys are here, and we will hear from the AMP drummers.